Okay, so this is a test just to see how things are going. And I like to splotch, and I use a very special paintbrush, one that's kind of bushy at the end. And then I just dab to kind of create a feeling that I like. And so I thought maybe I might lighten up this mountainside just a little bit, and possibly even bring in a little bit more green to it. I really like the effect of the green. This green down here is going to be a darker grass and a bushy thing. When I looked at the photograph of Picasso, it wasn't real appealing, so I'm going to add some of my own colors into the area and kind of brighten it up some. I don't know if some of you know, I enjoy colors, and that's what drives my artwork. And so try to keep my paint somewhere handy. Also, I usually take the paints directly out of the tube and put them directly onto the canvas. And some people say you shouldn't use tube colors and you should mix them up, but I wind up mixing them up right on the canvas. A friend of mine, an artist who gave away a palette with his paintings, a second friend of mine came up and she said, "Why don't you do that? That would be really cool. When you give away the painting, why don't you give away your palette as well?" And I told her, and I got a funny look from her. She said, "Well," I said, "you already got a palette when you got my painting." And she said, "You didn't give me a palette." I said, "Well, yes, I did, because I mix my palettes or mix my paints right on the canvas. And so every time you get a painting from me, you're also getting the palettes." Well, she caught on after a while, but at any rate, as you see, I used yellow, but I'm getting oranges and pinks and reds in here because I never changed the brush, and I use the same brush over and over again. By the way, this horse Picasso that I'm painting, and this is the second one I've done. The first one is a much larger one, 36 by 36. Picasso is a real horse. He's I want to say about 30, and you can look him up on the internet. If you type in Picasso, make sure you put Mustang behind it. Otherwise, they'll show you the artist paintings. So you want to go to, just Google Picasso Mustang, and an amazing story about just a wonderful horse that has been able to survive free on the range, and I just really have liked him. This has got just the base colors are kind of down, and I'm gonna have to go back in later and start working more detail. There's a few places where the canvas is showing through, but I wanted you all to kind of get an idea of how I paint at least these flowers. The flowers that are going to come in here are going to be a little bit different because they're going to be able to see the stalks and things along those lines. So, anyway, hope this is meaningful to you and you enjoyed it. And looking forward to you visiting my Facebook pages with Peter Grant Fine Art. And have a great day. Stay safe.